we're just doing a little dance with Arthur here. I have been able to mostly hand shear him with a pair of scissors, but it turns out he likes his chaps. Doesn't want his back legs being touched, so he's got this frilly little skirt thing happening. Jay's trying to do snip by snip. I love his enthusiasm. It's probably not going to get the result we're after. But anyway, we're a bit overcrowded here in the snug at the moment because we've had to bring in a couple of animals just because there are things going on where we just want to monitor them a little bit closer. Like poor Sammy here, he has lost a lot of condition. We did a fecal egg count, which is where you take the poop sample off to the vet and then they check and to see how high a worm burden there is in the poop, and his was quite high. So, and it's no surprise because he was out in that paddock, which is mostly just dirt and poop. So anyway, we've been able to, get onto that really quickly. Worm treated him, and now we've got him in the snug where they get extra food in here, so we'll get his weight back on him. Marshall, he did not get shorn, and we probably should have done that whilst the shearer was here. So I'm working slowly on hand shearing him also with a pair of scissors, but he's not as cooperative as Arthur, which sounds like a weird thing to say at the moment, while Arthur is running away from Jay with a pair of scissors. Usually Arthur is so accommodating and lovely and sweet and doesn't run anywhere. I think Jay said something about getting him to lose weight. Because Arthur is quite, he's robust. Let's say
chunky.
It's very chunky. We have Pierre in here. Pierre, we've noticed, has some swelling in his knees. So we are, actually I had to go out and buy a new thermometer because I did not believe the thermometer that we had. I'm like, that is not right. That can't be right. Really low temps, which is strange, which he doesn't have. Anyway, but we may have to do some further testing as well to investigate what's causing the swelling in his knees. Of course, we have the babies in here. Gumnut, she had a little nick on her. Where is she? Is this her? Yeah. No? Oh, no. Who's that? Is that?
No, Gumnut's over there.
Anakin. Oh, here's Gumnut. Gumnut, hello, darling. She had a little nick on her after she got shorn, and it was she's healing quite well. It was causing her a bit of bother. We've treated that. We brought her in again just to keep a closer eye on her and make sure that doesn't turn into fly strike. Unlikely. And like I said, we will keep a close eye. Hi, Dusty. I don't have any berries on me, darling. But yeah, other than that, we've got the baby goats and of course Barbarella, the blind goat who lives in here permanently, along with Mozart. We've decided Mozart is going to stay in the snug forever because he is a special boy. He is just like adorable baby who I think it will just be a baby forever. Won't you, Mozart? You're so beautiful, so beautiful. And of course, Barbarella needs a forever friend. So Mozart will stay in the snug. And this snug is actually not even going to stay as it is forever. This is, they've outgrown it and we've got plans to make it bigger and better and move it. But as everything good that happens here, it takes a lot of time. And also, what do you think of the new shelter? We picked up 2 of these, one's in the Goat Town, one's in here. They are corrugated iron. They are wonderful. Just a really, I would like to say cheap. Nothing's cheap, but cheap as comparative to other shelters cheap. An effective shelter. Rather than John having to, which he actually started to build a shelter, not build. He started by by digging holes in the ground. Underneath that one. There's another one somewhere. Got to watch where you step. There's 2 holes in the ground where he started digging. There's a fly. There it is. To put posts in the ground. He's been filling it up with crap, literal crap, to fill in the hole. So now I don't know. I think he's still planning on doing the shelter, but at least in the meantime, we've got an instant shelter, which is pretty cool. Yeah, cool, huh? And at least it's open at both ends, which means that if the babies, they're not going to get bullied out from the only entrance, so that's cool. Good morning. Good morning, Roxy. You're okay. Huh. Hi, Roxy. Hey, Twigs. Hey, Twigs. Hi, Sonia. Sonia. Hello, Sonia. Hi. You have no yarn left, knit. No. I want to include you in the videos.
Okay.
You're here. Say hi.
Hi.
What are you having?
Double shot coffee.
Nice. And we have Jay.
Hello.
Hello. And you're also here.
Oh,
Again.
Again?
Yeah.
Fancy meeting you here.
Yes. Yes. No, Sarah's up for a few days having a visit.
I've been knitting like the entire time I'm here now, out of yarn.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Yeah, I need.
No, I get it. Yes.
We've got boy.
You can spin your own yarn. No. Okay.
I'd love to do that. I'm literally messaging a woman on Marketplace about a spindle.
Right.
A drop spindle.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, so I'm in the middle of jam shearing with Martha. This is our setup. We have a very nice routine of I clip a bit and then I give him a few pats and scratches. And he's actually working with it really well. So Debbie's done his front half, like almost all of him, and he's just, his back is not very happy, like his butt he's not happy with. So I've taken it upon myself to do that task. And we're doing very well.
It's really interesting.
You guys are very funny. Can you show me how you were going to walk around with... Sarah's got to catch the train home today. We're trying to work out how to get this very cool mushroom. Yes, load it up. But also, usual haul. Can't help myself. A little bit of a different day today. I'm just on the road for work and had to stop and go to the toilet, and I just thought I would bring you guys with me to check out the silo art, because I do absolutely love silo art. It's pretty cool stuff. And yeah, I actually haven't taken the time to stop and appreciate this one before, so we're in a little town called Dookie in Victoria. Yeah, what have we got here? Pretty cool, huh? What is it? Australian Lighthorse. There you go. Yeah, pretty little town. Gosh. A little bit different to where we live. A few more trees. You know what? We're heading to Echuca and it's not even a wet day, buddy. What's going on? This happens so often. I see turtles on the road all the time. You're going this way, are you? All right, I'll give you a hand. You ready? I think they're referred to as swamp turtles around here, and they tend to live in the dams. Shall I put him right up? Like go all the way up? Mm. Sorry, I'm talking to my husband. John, who's behind me. Ay, ay, ay. Stay off the road, buddy. Just heading into town to do some chores that there are things in Echuca that we can't get from near home, like bulk dog and cat food. But yeah, love this parking spot down by the Campaspe River. Just heading to our favorite cafe for brunch, which is a nice treat that we do every now and then. And yeah, this is our favorite parking spot. It's, the locals know this spot if you ever, especially when it's like busy, public holiday kind of stuff. But anyway, cool, hey? Listen to the cockatoos. Gotta love the resident guinea fowl here. When we first travelled to Echuca, actually, on holiday before we decided to move up this way, we hung out with these guinea fowl. They've got a little area that I just walked past where they sleep in the peppercorn trees there. And when we stayed in this accommodation here that overlooks the Campaspe River. Thought that was pretty cool. And this is the little area where they hang out. So there's a group of ducks and guinea fowl, and they have just cordoned off this spot, and that's where they all live. So the ducks are all having a nap. The guinea fowl are in the car park looking for, I don't know what they're looking for actually, and then they sleep in these trees at night time. But yeah, somebody has cordoned this off and they put water out here for them, and that's their little home. A quick warm welcome to four, I was going to say little ladies, but they're not that little, not even the little fluff butts that little. So 4 hens that have come to stay at the sanctuary because the home that they had was not secure anymore, and they needed to move somewhere where they were able to stay. So this is our quarantine area. Miguel actually is in our quarantine area. We had to move him to the smaller quarantine area temporarily until we work it out, because Miguel, I'll come back to him later, but because he's been unwell and he's made a miraculous recovery thanks to our friends. Like I said, I'll come back to him later. But it's going to take a while for him, and we're still not 100% sure what we're going to do. But enjoy your little quarantine for a minute, ladies. Oh, here they come. I'm just sitting in the car having like a safari experience where, I get to up close and personal encounters with the wild farm animals. As Farmer John brings them the hay, I wonder how close we can get. Oh my goodness, these are much larger in real life than I ever imagined. I don't know why. I think I'm trying to make some kind of Attenborough type of voice. Maybe not the same name. Oh, hello. What do we call these? I think they're called pigs. I seem very interested in what it is that's being rolled out in the vehicle. Hi, Chandra. Chandy McGundy. You're cool, cheeky babe. Keep it up. Got it, yeah, a pretty cool system we've got now with rolling out the hay. Look, I mean, it's never ideal, any animals, especially when you are on limited land, to be rolling hay on the ground because, parasites and blah, blah, blah. But look, honestly, it means that the hay gets distributed all over the place. And so John has the round on the back. It's been dismantled now, I think. I can't really. All right. I have to get out and show you. Oh my goodness. Exiting the safari vehicle. Here we go. This is the hay trailer. So John winches it and ties it and has these little fork spiky things that he puts either side so he can drive it around, and then he drops it and cuts it and rolls it out. Oh, have you got an apple, Tootie? Tootie's so funny. Instead of staying where the food gets thrown, he grabs what he wants and then runs. He's like, it's my apple. I'm going to run as far away as I can. And then you miss out on half the other feed, Mr. Tootie. Anyway, so what I was saying was the hay gets rolled out. And it means that there's a better distribution. So instead of the pigs having to wait until the cows are done with their first round of eating, their first, stage of eating, like it's ours, you can't come in here. Everyone gets to eat at the same time. And it means that I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it before, sorry about being a broken record, but it means that they're not just all standing around a hay ring and pooping in the same spot. You like it, don't you, Farmer John?
Love it.
Love it. Here goes our distraction on the quad bike. The Bob. the Bob. We actually haven't discovered whether or not he is okay with getting called J Bob, but we call him that all the time, and he doesn't outwardly object, does he? So we'll just keep doing it. J Bob, if you're watching this, which I know you are because you're usually the first one to watch it when it's released, drop a comment below and let us know, yay or nay to the J Bob. Nina, would you like to tell us what you think of the hay? Hi, darling. Whatever had an apple in here, would you come say hi? Oh. Shit. Okay, that was Chandra. My mistake. Sorry, Nina. Hi, beautiful. You know what? They look very similar, and Chandra is growing up, and yeah, okay, fine. Their faces are different. I didn't notice. I'm so sorry. And then we've got the twins here, even though they were not born from the same mum. Dickie and Shrimpy, and from behind, I'm pretty sure Dickie's on the left and Shrimpy's on the right. What do you think, honey? I got that right? Yeah. Yeah, and then we've got the big, like the, oh, well, I mean, Mickey's over there, and probably Talbot too, so yeah, Talbot. Yeah, sure. It's a good day today. What do you think, Mookie? What do you think, Talbot? About this delivery, this hay service delivery. Hello, Lionel. You're very large. And here I am mixing amongst the natives. Yes, and Farmer John's going to get the twine so they don't eat it and swallow it and end up with it getting twisted and stuck in their poor stomachs. That would be rather unfortunate.
Terrible.
Terrible. Hi, guys. Hi, darlings. Looks like good hay. Oh, it is it? Oh, I'm so glad. We do try and get you the best. We are trying to raise funds to buy you more as well. Just any FYI, if anyone wants to donate, there are links in the comments how you can do that. Alright, deadly mission here. Keep an eye on where Walter is. Get the gate and film Jay walking Marshall down the laneway at the same time. Hi, Marshall! You're going to love it up there. I'll explain it later. I think Jay's already explained it. Good work, J-Bob. Go, go, go! Go! Hi, Vinny. Hi, Radovid. Oh, Aggie. Are you okay, Aggie? Hi, darling. Aggie. These guys are confused. They just keep running to me. Hi, Tisaya. Choo. Look at you running, buddy. Go, Choo Choo. Got all the no, we've got Molly. Mean Molly.
Not bad.
What do you think, Aggie?
This is good stuff.
It's good. Flies are anyway.
I swear it tastes like chocolate.
It's because it's Andrew's head.
Yes. And he's Willy Wonka.
This is the Willy Wonka. So we've had to move our female ducks out of the duck area, goose and duck area, because it's hard. Like when you rescue animals, sometimes you don't get to choose the sex, and so we've ended up with too many boys. Even a couple of boys are detrimental. Geese, lovely. Ducks, jerks. So anyway, we've had instances. We've got Daffney Duck, who is currently with our friends Nat and Nish, who are nursing her back to health after she had a severe break to her leg. She went to see Dr. Phil at the Bellwood Vet Clinic. He specialises in bird care, and she is making a great recovery, but it's slow and it's painful, and she's in a wheelchair. And yeah, and then we also have one of the ducks here. Is it Jemima? So we've got Jemima, who has had egg peritonitis. I think that's what it is. It's where she has issues with her reproductive system and laying eggs, and so now she's getting implanted, which is really what may end up happening with all of them at some stage. And we've got Pengy at the back there. She's our old lady. When I say old, she came from the suburbs with us. Beautiful girl, beautiful older soul. And over here we've got our two girl guinea pigs. Hi ladies. You're okay, don't run. This is Felicia. The other one was Nugget. Hello darlings. Over here you can see they've got the veggie garden. That's about to be rotated because that's all grown out now. And they're getting sick of silverbeet, so we're going to try something else. And in here we have the rat bag boys. So the Muscovies are good. So we've only got 2 Muscovy males, Maurice and Fleischman. Hello darlings, you guys are so cool. I love the Muscovies. They're like a mix between a goose and a duck. They hiss instead of quack, and they have beaks instead of bills. So if you ask me, they're way closer to a goose than a duck. Here are the boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Clark here at the end. Oh, Carson, sorry. Here's one of our OGs. What are they barking at? And yeah, there's Fleischman, one of our males. So they're all boys over there. Then we have our very regal and very bossy gang of geese. They're called a gaggle of geese. Ryan, hello handsome. Yep. And Yelena with Captain. This is Natasha. Hi Natasha. That's Angus over there. In the background is Drakov. Where's Austin? Ah, right here. Hi Austin. He is like a rat bag in training. So Angus, he tries to oh, you know, I'm the boss of you. Ha ha ha. And I just wave my arms around and go, look, I'm a bit bigger, just shoot. Stop trying to, you know, attack my legs. And Austin here is being trained by Angus. Hasn't quite got the balls yet, but he's working on it. Hi Ryan, you're a sweetie, aren't you? You're a sweetheart. Yes, you are. This is something that we are working on. We call it the Karag Canal, and it is, we're digging it out by hand. We have long pauses or breaks in between digging, so, you know, slow progress, but starting to get there. I mean, their feet are still touching the ground, but only just, right? We'd love to have some vegetation around this area, but, you know, ducks being ducks, they absolutely destroy everything. If we planted anything out here at all, we would have to section it off for at least 2 years for it to be hardy enough to maybe withstand these ducks. Love these guys. Very naughty animals. So I did promise I'd get back to Miguel. This handsome boy here had, we noticed when he was over with his brothers that he had some issues with his balance. He was wobbling. So he ended up going to see Dr. Phil as well. And he was in a pretty bad state, and the vet was not very confident that he would live. And he did say to my friend Nat, if he makes a recovery, you have to buy me a bottle of champagne because it'll be pretty miraculous. Well, turns out Miguel is a bit of a miracle boy, aren't you? He certainly struggles in life. So he is the first rooster we have to deal with, you know, help him recover from heat stroke. And that was about 2 years ago now. And I don't know, he's, yeah, otherwise he's been doing all right. But he... so our friends Nat and Nish, they ended up taking him back to their place, and they were recovering. They had him on antibiotics. and taking exceptional care of him. Now, Nat's, you know, she lives in town and in a built-up area, so she cannot have roosters. So she said, as soon as he starts crowing, you got to take him back. And as you can hear, he's crowing, and that's an amazing sign. Like, he'd lost his voice for ages, and now he's just like, I'm back, y'all. Anyway, he's in our quarantine area. This is where the chickie babes were spending last night, because we had to obviously just give them a minute to settle before we threw them out amongst the other crew. But yeah, we don't know what we're going to do yet, because he's still a bit wobbly, and I'm worried that if we put him back, you know, we can't put him back with his brothers, they'll beat him up. Even out here, there's a few, even then when they're little, they're fast, like little ninjas. Hello, Miggy Mig. You're very handsome. You're a very handsome boy. I do love him dearly. I love them all, but I guess I've got a bit of an extra soft spot for my little Miguel. Miggy, my little Miguel. Hey, darling. I love you. Bye-bye. So when I talk about us having 270 animals in our care, that includes roughly about 100 birds. And even though people might think, oh, okay, well, that's not so bad, because, you know, they're easier to look after. Trust me, they're not. They're certainly smaller, and you can fit more of them into a smaller space. So that part, you know, obviously that leaves 170 larger animals on the farm. But yeah, yet they get sick, and they have, you know, we need to find specialists. Well, we can access a specialist vet who is really good with birds. But it's a process, so Nat has to come here, or we meet halfway and drop off the sick animal either way, and then she takes him all the way to Burwood, which is a long way for her and her daughter Nat Niche. And then they nurse them back to health in their very overcrowded small animal hospital apartment. And then, yeah, then they come back here. So if they're lucky. So we're just waiting. Daphne's still in recovery. She probably will be for a while. And I think, you know, eventually she'll come back here. Yeah, unless they move closer, which they're planning to do. Anyway, see ya.